What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak 2. Last time we finished off the entirety of Act 2, both parts, and it was the end of our activities at Aramis, playing the game of being students, and now it seems like Van's group has received an invitation to somewhere from someone, so we're going to find out what that's about. So let's get started. And like I said, there will no longer be choices for the acts. Okay, so pretty much a week later, a little more than a week. March 14th, 1209. Solio Baleen. Alright, so we're heading over from Langport.
いい風ですね。飛行船に乗るのは久しぶりです。前にダンの遠征で利用したくらいで。
俺もこういう機会でもなきゃなかなか使わねえな。
How often have you done that?
国内の出張くらいなら基本ピックアップでこと足りるし。
余裕で大陸縦断してコートに来るだけあるわな。こんな時じゃなきゃ思いっきり満喫してやりてえところなんだが。
アーロンさん。
ま、こういう状況だからこそって考え方もあるだろう。お嬢さんも心配するなって送り出してくれたんだろ。
ああ、わかってる。
ヘイユエもコートもしばらく騒がしいだろうけど、なんとか収めてみせるから。あなたはあなたのすべきことをやりなさい、アーロン。
あいつが踏ん張ってるんだ。俺が囚われてるわけにはいかねえ。奴のことはいろいろ落ち着いたら改めてだ。
そうか。分かってんならいい。
あ、ここにいたんだ。大丈夫？アーロンさん。
珍しく気を使ってんじゃねえ。お前やチ
Good
ビ
to
な
see
ん
the
か
group
は
kind of back
に
together.
はしゃいでりゃいいんだよ。
子供扱いしないでください。
いつもの調子なら安心かな。
まあ、こうして無事に合流できた以上、やるべきことをやるだけでしょ。せっかくの機会だし、合間に息抜きくらいはいいと思うけどね。
まずは到着次第状況の確認が必要ですね。予定ではアニエス様たちも。
ご搭乗のお客様にお知らせします。当便は間もなく目的地に到着いたします。着陸時にはどうぞ客席にて。
あれが
僕たちが招待された共和国南海のプライベートリゾート。
ネメストか。
Nemeth Island. Though the source of the chaos within Langport had been quelled, the city still had remained in a state of upheaval. Van's group had intended to remain there for several days to help deal with the aftermath while gathering information. However, their plans swiftly changed when a letter arrived at the doorstep of their lodgings. So they were there at least for a week. So we're sure about this then? You all really got the same invite we did? Yeah, it appeared on our doorstep out of the blue. Funny that came right when we were just finished wrapping things up here in Messeldom. It reminded me of the threat letter we got before, but in a way, this is even more bizarre. I agree, it says it's an invitation. I look forward to seeing all of you this weekend. You'll find what you're looking for here, E.H., owner of Nemeth Island Resort. What we're looking for, huh? Pretty freaking obvious who this E.H. person is. Indeed, it's hard to imagine it would be anyone else. I know we're all just assuming at this point. Do you really think it's him? There was another envelope containing vouchers for rooms at the resort, just enough for 3 of us. Well, it was nice of them to include me and Nadia, at least. You said it, free suites at a fancy resort? No way we're passing that up. Is what I normally say, but it seems kinda sketch. I might duck out of this one. Wow, you're turning down a free, all-expense-paid vacation? Gehenna must be freezing over. Her priorities have likely shifted after they encountered the man who formed the gardens. And now, through some twist of fate, he remains its only survivor. Yes, that seems to be the case, although we know next to nothing about him. The fact that all his minions were just dolls seems to back up the sole survivor theory. But yeah, our priority number 1 is getting LP back. We suspect she's currently under his thumb. We're gonna do something about that. And I heard you two have got some similarly hair-raising news, yeah? That's right, it's related to the Genesis fragments. Glasgow's family let us take another look through the documents in his office. Thanks to that, we discovered an item matching its description ended up on the black market. From there, we called Agnes and asked if Ren could corroborate this information with her contacts in the Blacklight District. We looked into various distribution channels and found that the item had fallen in the hands of an unknown individual, who we strongly suspect is the sender of these letters. You'll find what you're looking for here. Maybe that part wasn't bait after all. Not sure what y'all's takes on this are, but I think this is worth checking out. I'm with you there, plus there'll be a nice excuse to get the whole gang back together. Yeah, for the first time in the game. We pretty much wrapped up our business here, so we should be able to meet up with you guys soon. Oh, there's a flight leaving Messeldom with a layover in Langport. I'll see if we can still book it. We'll be joining you guys too, naturally. It's possible this EH person has information on the hooded band. Yeah, you might be right, S. But even if you're not, we're at least getting a free summer resort vacation out of the deal. Personally, I could use a bit of R&R, so I wouldn't mind if it was uneventful. Unfortunately, we're tied up with helping with the festival preparations at the moment, so we'll be a little late getting there. If a fragment of the 8th Genesis is there, we have no choice but to go. We may even get a lead on the Crimson Grendel case, too. There you have it. So everyone is going to connect over on this island. Which is very interesting to me because, as far as we're aware, there's only a certain amount of the ocean you are able to fly, or, you know, go by air or by boat past. Obviously, we learned in the earlier games that some kind of mysterious force always sends people back. Fragments. So it's not a full numbered chapter. It's a, you know, like an in-between thing. You could compare it to, you could compare it to the intermission chapter in Daybreak 1 where we went to Long Mai.
こうして佇んでいるだけでも心が洗われるような気がいたしますね。
マジでただの休日ならどんなに良かったって感じだが。
本当にさすがは名だたるプライベートリゾートかな。
お前ら荷物は下ろしたか？
ええ。ってなんだ、乗せてきてたのね。
ラングポートに置きっぱなしもなんだと思ってな。
I mean, that's one way of putting it.
飛行船に車を乗せられるのも共和国ならではって感じだよね。最近は他の国でも増えてるらしいけど。
あれ、あの飛行船は。
あれは確か
皇王家専用ハルワタート号だったか。
Oh, the Elsheim one.
エルザイムの飛行船がどうしてこんなところに？
こちらに着陸するようです。もしかすると。おーい。ヤッホー。バンさん、フェリちゃん、皆さんも。アニエスさん。おーい。
直接会うのは初めてだけど、あの子たちが。
ああ、代行を頼んだ2人だ。やれやれ。まさかあんなのに。
Okay, but who are the temps now? Now we have no one in the capital.
お久しぶりですフェリちゃん。ずいぶん長い間離れてたような。また会えて本当に嬉しいです。アーロンさん、リゼットさん、カトル君にジュディスさんも。
通信だの例の定常だので何度か顔を合わせちゃいたがな。
それでもこうして再び集まれたのは喜ばしいことかと。
考えてみればもう3月半ばか。想像以上に長引いちゃったけど。
これでやっと裏解決や勢ぞろいですね。
って当然のように私も入れられちゃってるわけね。
ま、今更だろ。あくまで助っ人だった先生はともかく。
Yep, Bergard, still no Bergard.
たみたいだな。
Which I feel like at this point of the game, I can tell you he does not show up in the game. He is not a playable character in this game. As I said, we already have all the playable characters, which was definitely an odd choice when this game first came out.
はい。
People were like, "Oh, main party member from the first game isn't playable here."
無事に再会できて本当に良かったです。そうだ、フェリちゃんたちはスウィン君たちとは初めてですよね。
先日の通信で初顔合わせは済ませたが、一応挨拶はしておくか。スウィンだ、こっちはナーディア。
改めてよろしくね、裏解決屋の先輩たち。はい、こちらこそ。裏解決屋代行、本当にお疲れ様でした。
リーシャ方面からも噂くらいは聞いてるわ。
おー、リーちゃん、まさかトップ女優と知り合いだったとはね。サインください。転売したりしないから、絶対しないから。
いや、逆に怪しいだろ
う。しかしまさか専用飛行船でわざわざ送ってくださるとはね。後で高い運賃を請求されなきゃいいんですが。
なに、私と君の仲だろう。このくらいは貸し借りなしといこう。バン君が気になるというなら、いずれ別の形で返してくれるのはやぶさかじゃないがね。
たく相変わらずですね。
もう兄様ったらせっかくのご友人との再会ですのに。昨年は随分とお世話になったようですし、皇后家の者としての誠意を示しませんと。
ジータにはかなわないな。
お初にお目にかかります、皇女殿下。少し前に大公たちが世話になったそうで。
バンアークライド様、こちらも兄様からかねがね伺っておりました。昨年のサルバットやバーゼル、いいえ、それ以外にも数多くの事件で大活躍されていたとか。高額のためにもよろしければ時間のある時にぜひお話を聞かせていただきたいです。
いや、そんな大層な話はないんですがね。
実は急な話だったのもあって、ちょうどいい飛行船が取れなくてな。
そんな時、皇女様から声がかかって乗せてもらえることになったんだ。
Everything worked out
あっちの
conveniently.
協力者さんたちも含めて目的は同じだろうからって。
それって。
ああ、俺たちの網にも情報
And here
が
we
かか
go.
ってな。
えれい、不動もか。
レイさん
Lane's
に
in
マリエルさんも。
Mariel and Ren.
一月ぶりね、バン。
皇太子殿下、荷ほどきの方は終わりましたぜ。
助かるよ。さすがはジンさんだ。
はあ、さすがは高級リゾート地。こういうところ初めて来ました。こんな時じゃなければ
Ren with her new
のんびり
outfit.
したかったところだけど。
ご宿泊のお客様方ですね。ようこそお越しくださいました。ビラまでお送りいたしますので、どうぞこちらへ。
In 2 cars, there's like 15 of us here. Well, I guess some of them would go in vans. Truck. They noticed the island's owner who sent the invitations had booked multiple rooms for them in the first building. Despite their unease, they left their luggage in their rooms and went to the restaurant in the second building to speak with the other guests. I mean, it's a nice place. Nice beach. Can I just say I love your outfit, Ren? It gives off a refined, elegant vibe. I think it suits you to a T. Why, thank you, Agnes. It was your own change in wardrobe that inspired me to look to my laurels. Kind of surprised seeing you something a little more subdued for once. Not that the gothic Lolita dress you used to wear was bad or anything, mind you. I very much doubt that style would suit me now, though maybe I'll pick something similar if I'm feeling nostalgic. Now then, back to the topic at hand. You received those invitations about 2 days ago, yes? Fascinating. Coincidence or not, it was that very day someone leaked the whereabouts of an object called Almata's Legacy on the Orbital Network. We got a tip about it around the same time, so we decided to head up an investigation together. This isn't our first tag team rodeo with a monarch, and won't be the last. Well, yeah. Oh yeah, you buddied up with the debaucherous prince back in the day. Oh yeah, Olivia was with us in Liberal. So did you learn anything about the person behind all this? Earlier in the year, word spread about that an unnamed investor purchased this island in a private exchange years ago. What we do know, it obviously, if it is Harwood, Oathbreaker, we do know that all Anguis and enforcers do make a pretty penny. So him being an Anguis would not be too far-fetched that he could afford something like this. Even from what little information we can gather, we're confident that the investor is exactly who you suspect. We're still evaluating the veracity of that information, but our joint investigation has thus far pointed to that conclusion. Given the danger involved, I would prefer that Princess Zeta remain in Elsheim. Out of the question, the Republic has been a dependable ally for us, so it's my solemn duty to extend a hand in their time of need. You need not concern yourself for my safety. After all, you and our friends at the Bracer Guild can see to that well enough. As you can very well see, she left us with little choice in the matter. Little sisters have a knack for getting their way, and I guess that goes double for royal ones. Well, I suppose there's a little doubt now that the author of those invitations is none other than Harwood. Yeah, no shit, Mr. E.H. It's about as subtle as a clown at a funeral. Also, I bet he's the one that leaked the info in the first place. Probably. Eidos only knows what kind of plan he's cooking up now. I tried to get the manager to cough up some info about the owner, but he didn't seem to know anything. All I got was that the owner left him in charge and occasionally only gives him instructions to him remotely. He can't even be asked to give them in person. Harwood is just about the laziest man to walk the earth. I have to wonder why he sent those invitations to. Is something the matter? What? Nana was utterly speechless, her jaw agape at the thought of someone being flush enough with cash to buy a whole island resort. This sucks. Why can't I have a boss as loaded as him? I could have bullied them into buying me my own private island with a cute little house. Don't mind her, everyone. Carry on. Anyway, Van's face. It's clear there's a lot of strange things going on here. I don't think there's anything we can do except play the waiting game. Yeah, if his plan was to go on the warpath, I think he would have pulled something by now. In the meantime, I see no harm in us taking a load off and relaxing while keeping one eye open. Are you sure? We still have no idea what might happen. That's all the more reason for us to calm our nerves. We need a better grasp of the situation before we take action. I agree, we've all been a little on edge these past few days. So now may be the perfect time to take a breather. That way we'll be in tip-top shape when it counts. Hard to argue with that logic. Everyone's got to rest in at some point, even us actors. I hear there's a lot of fun activities around here. It'd be a waste not to make most of the trip. I suppose that makes sense. Alright, if that's our plan, I'd say we table this discussion for now. Yes, that should be fine. Just be prepared to drop whatever it is you're doing should any major developments arise. That goes both for the Bracer Guild as well as Van and his crew. Shouldn't be a problem. We're all pretty used to springing into action at the drop of a hat. What is this feeling? Quattro and Ren have some odd feeling right now. Could be DG related, if it's just them two. Well, I mean, it would affect Van too. From there, the groups disbanded, and everyone headed back to their rooms. Despite Elaine being an active guild member, she decided to work with Van and his crew for the time being. After a quick rest, the team split into two groups. One group would relax and meander around the island, the other group would get a lay of the land. Select 3 characters to join the island exploration team. Alright, obviously Elaine. Yes. Oh, so even though Ren is here, you can't choose her. Let's go with Elaine, Reset, and... Sure, Aaron. We can always switch people out if we feel like it. Oh yeah, we're in casual clothes now. Okay. Vacation time. Yeah, I mean, being on a...
いろいろと注文もできるみたいだな。
Yeah, being on a summer vacation, I guess you don't need the overcoat.
本当に綺麗ね。私もこういうリゾート地は初めてかも。
Hello, everybody. We're obviously going to do all the talking we can. This villa really is classy. Even the drinks taste top shelf. Yes, the texture is characteristic of brand famous among gourmets. Thank you for sitting down with me, by the way. It isn't often I get a chance to engage in casual conversation. I almost feel like I'm not worthy, but feel free to ask whatever you want. Then without further ado, Miss Aime, have been quite prolific as a junior reporter of the Tyrell Times, yes? Among your pieces was a special feature you wrote after the fall of Almada. It was so thought-provoking that I couldn't help but wonder. Did the topic have any personal significance to you? Well, gathering material for that report gave me a first-hand look at the issues plaguing society from its underbelly. By writing that article, I was hoping to shed some light on the darkness and illuminate the way to a solution. Guess it all sounds like hot air coming from a journalist in training, though, huh? Not at all. You have a wonderful mindset. I look forward to seeing more from you in the future. And then we have Miss Ren Bright, whose writings are nothing less than revolutionary. Our efforts to popularize the Orbital Network in Elsheim were greatly informed by your explanation of the Crossbellion model. The scholar in me is honored to hear you say so. I also plan on releasing another essay that includes a new interpretation of the Orbital Network grid, so do keep an eye out. Yeah, another thing to look forward to. I'll set my expectations high. Oh, Mr. Arkwright, I apologize for not noticing you. I grew a bit too engrossed in our discussion, it seems. Hey, no need to stop on my account. You look like you're having a ball. How could I not, with so many fascinating people to speak with? Perhaps later I can make a few inquiries to you as well, Mr. Arkwright. I mean, I guess, sure. I have quite a bit of work to take care of, so I thought about holding myself up in my room. But the princess personality proved to be magnetic. I just can't tear myself away from this conversation. So I think I will simply resign myself to my fate and enjoy this fascinating conversation. Can you believe Princess Zeta reads my articles? What an honor. She sure has a wide range of interests. It's kind of impressive. I should take a page out of her book. A journalist has to keep her antenna up on the daily, after all. So many fascinating individuals have gathered on this island, Arkwright Solutions and crew included. I suppose that means my speculations were correct. There's no shortage of things piquing my interest, but engaging everyone in pleasant conversation will be first on the agenda. As long as you're having a good time, that's what matters, right? Oh, and you know what that means. Big beach, lots of ocean, plenty of fish to catch. By the way, this will be the first chapter we get some Connect events, but I forget at what point we get them. Yeah, we can see where everyone's up to. We can also switch party members out just to get the different dialogue from everybody. No. Yeah, we'll deal with that in a minute. That was much colder than I expected. Hey, you guys, the water's really nice today. Feels so good. And no waves either. It's perfect for splashing around in. Yeah, the ocean's way more fun than I thought it'd be. You know, this is actually the first time I've seen it in person. That right? Well, make sure you soak it all in while you still have the chance. Well, at any rate, I was just about to swim to the coral reefs. They're a must-see, apparently. Well, I assume she's gonna take her, whatever that is, off, like the jacket fleece thing, and then her hat, obviously. She's not gonna go swimming with that on. The sightseeing guide told us all about them. Although Fairy's, like, outer jacket seems like it's supposed to get wet, though. I wouldn't miss this chance in the world. Just make sure you keep an eye out for jellyfish, yeah? Can't do much if you get stung, after all. Though, I guess I did see some aloe at the villa earlier. Don't worry, they're in safe hands, boss. I'll skewer every critter that gets in your way. Oh, I can help, too. I mean, maybe my guns don't work in the water, but my sword sure does. I guess? The ocean can't stop us now. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Man, can't shake this weird feeling I got. Well, whatever, just keep your throat safe, alright? Yeah, hopefully there's no, like, sharks or anything. If you told me a week ago I'd be enjoying a day at the beach so soon, I would have laughed and made fun of you to your face. Well, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. I'll just focus on having all the fun in the world so I can brag about it to her later. Now I know what playing on the beach is like. This is a whole new experience for me. Same goes for diving in an ocean this clear. I'm so excited. The coral reefs are supposed to be some of the most beautiful things in this resort, and well, that's saying something. If we can spare the time, I'd really love to go see them with you, man. Alright, so now what we're going to do, since we talked to those three, is... I think I can just change it here. 1, 2, and then 3. So now, they will vanish. Poof. And their outfits immediately change. And now we can find everybody else as we're going. So who's hanging out? Oh, Elaine and Reset are over here. Sheesh, looks like you're really enjoying the beach, aren't you? You could say that. I know the situation doesn't allow for much relaxing, but I can't deny how wonderful it feels. The sun's rays are indeed pleasant, as are the sounds of the waves mingling with the laughter of other visitors. This would make for quite a delightful vacation, were we able to bask in it without apprehension. By the way, what's Fio up to? I believe they are filming all the people playing. I'm capturing high-definition footage of Arkride Solutions members and concurrently uploading it to the cloud. Both Quattro and the Professor stated that recording these memories will allow us to look back on and enjoy them later. Aww! Makes sense. The rest of you should make sure you take a few breaks, as well as going about the island. I know, it's already on the agenda. Enjoying a beach vacation together as a group is something of a dream come true. We've no way of predicting how and when the sender of those invitations will take action. But even still, I would like to savor the wonderful memories we're creating here, if only for this brief moment. God, she is pretty. Both of them. These are my two favorite girls of the main Calvert cast, so. Zin and I intend to search the island as well. But if you need an extra pair of eyes on your own search, I'd be happy to accompany you. Did I get that screenshot right, or was it mid-blink? Okay, no, that's fine. So long as you give me a moment to get a change of clothes. Alright, so now I can put them back on the team. There we go. I didn't mean to hit equip. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that right now. Oh, okay, here we go. Then I can throw Aaron back on the team after this. I only swim freestyle. So, obviously, in a normal playthrough, I do talk to every NPC myself, but I obviously don't do it with this one, because then otherwise, each playthrough is going to be over 120 videos. But obviously, I try to talk to at least every main story character that's just kind of out and about. So, like, the main cast, you know, characters like Bermati and stuff like that. But the generic NPCs, I don't talk to every single one. Only swim freestyle. Not only is it the most energy efficient, but it's also the fastest. Personally, I prefer the butterfly. Really gives me a chance to show off all my muscles. Don't forget the breaststroke. Maybe it's a little slow in comparison, but it's a beginner's go-to for a reason. And since it keeps your head out of the water, you can keep an eye on all your surroundings. Lifeguards use it all the time. Wait, you can swim? Sounds like he's suggesting the doggy paddle. It's so inefficient, though. I mean, you're just getting water everywhere. I assume if we had Quattro with us, he'd probably have extra dialogue there. There was once a time where I jumped off a luxury cruiser and swam all the way to shore. We're aware, we read the books. Now, in a worst-case scenario, I could swim all the way to the mainland from here? No, that'd be impossible. Seriously, we only just got here and you're already thinking up an escape plan? Scuba diving's pretty cool, too. Maybe I'll ask the front desk if I can borrow some gear later. I guess with the kind of power these characters have, you know, even if they were swimming and a shark came by, it probably wouldn't be too much effort to dispatch one. I guess it depends what equipment they bring out with us. Alright, where's Aaron? Alright, there we go. Alright, now we can check where everyone else is at. Morley. What's this about? That's the dedicated MK terminal I had installed in my pickup truck guy during my last round of modifications. Now we can access the Martian Garden just about anywhere we want. Anytime we want. An orb mail, let's have a look-see. Found another biggin in the garden. Okay. Monster extermination request inside the garden? Huh. Looks like it got sent to Agnes and the others too. Yeesh, they sure are making good use of us. May as well. Let me access the garden first. Let's see if we get a cutscene with our new characters. Yep. So it should be Ren. Yep.
へえ、ここが噂のおとぎの定場ね。前に偶然見つけて何度か侵入しようとしたけど、弾かれてしまってね。こうして招待してもらえて嬉しいわ。
Should have figured the hacker formerly known as Kitty would already have a beat on this place. I'll breathe easier knowing we have an Orbital Net veteran on board. I look forward to showing you how it's done. This place truly is straight out of a fairy tale, just as the name implies. It'd make for a delightful tea party venue, I'm sure. But I suppose that'll have to wait until we've taken care of the pesky hijacker. A virtual tea party? If anyone could pioneer those, it'd be you. In all fairness, it does seem like fun. There's no way the ex-Imperial picnicking front can pass that up, right, S? Where do you find all of this gusto is beyond me. Still, it won't hurt to have something to look forward to. Well, if everyone's done saying their hellos, we've got work to do. Thanks for being here, by the way. I know you have a lot going on yourself right now. Think nothing of it, Van. I'd never miss a chance to remind you what I can do. Alright, now that should be everybody for the base game, I believe. It's a new service. Oh, hacking trials, card game lounge, okay. But yeah, so yeah, this should be everybody. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I don't think I'm forgetting anybody. I'm pretty sure this is it for the base game. I know it shows, like, an extra slot here. But I do believe... I'm trying to think. Yeah, I really don't think there's anyone else I'm forgetting for the base game. So this should just be our whole cat, which is still a lot. I mean, it's 15 playable characters you end up having to worry about. Yeah, so we can go ahead and... Actually, no, wait. I want to do this. This is why I clicked on it in the first place. Alright, now we can do this. Obviously just brings the main party we have with us. Although you can switch out anyone. Oh, I guess you can't. Yeah, you can't switch. You can only switch out the ones you actually have on reserve. Alright, let's do it. 3 fire lion looking things. Salamanticore, alright. I guess we'll just start simple. Alright, get the shields. We cannot, so this is not a fight where we can Grendel. Actually, you know what? I could just make this easier, honestly. Oh, they are affected. Okay. Here, you know what? Let's do this. Oh, I only have these 4 on me. Okay, that was a mistake. I do not have anyone who can heal. All right. All right, 2 down, 1 to go. I'm sure we're gonna get a new floor during this chapter at some point. Decent XP. Why chaos? Why is the morality of what we just did in question at all? Alright, well, let's get out of here. Back to our island exploration. Alright, we'll walk around for a couple more minutes. You know what? We'll do this cutscene with these 2 lovely ladies on the beach, and then we'll call it a video.
知らなかったな。水着で日光浴っていうのはこうも気持ちいいものなんだね。
そうやろ。高く澄んだ空に紺碧の海、ロケーションも最高やしね。ただこの季節とはいえ日焼け対策が大変なんよ。
Yeah, I was gonna say we're still in March, so it's not gonna be super hot here.
13工房に頼んで日焼け止めでも作ってもらえばよかったわ。
You can go to a store. Why do you need to request the 13 factories? Just what do you think you're doing? Hey, look who's late to the party. Barely a week since the dazzling city and we're already bumping into each other again. As for your question, we're getting a jump on our rest and relaxation. Why don't the rest of you take a seat and join us? Company makes leisure all the sweeter, you know. I'd be down to hang any day if the company was different. The situation warrants extreme caution, maybe so bold. Even despite your prior cooperation, this is rather presumptuous. I'd tell you to go ahead and live it up if I thought you were actually off duty. That ain't the case, is it? My, but aren't we leery today? Naturally, I didn't come to Nemeth Island for the scenery, but I'm simply not in the mood for business. Instead, I am playing truant for a spell. Me and the little princess here stumbled on to one another by pure chance. That's right, technically I'm here for work too. But the thing is, I've always wanted to take a real honest-to-goodness vacation. So Lucrezia had been giving me a crash course on the ins and outs of resorting. I tell you, ditching Kurogane and them to drop in early paid off in spades. Ikaruga's got their work cut out for them. Still, I appreciate you being upfront. If nothing else, it says you aren't planning to make a move right this instant. That would be correct. As far as work goes, at least. You can bet I'm going to enjoy the heck out of everything this place has to offer, though. Anyway, you guys must have a special reason for being on Nemeth too, right? What makes you think that? The only urgent task on our schedule is to let our hair down like anyone else. Really now, from where I'm sitting, you seem pretty keen on combing every nook and cranny of this island. This is a vacation mine, so I do hope we can all get along. Yeah, well, that all depends on you. Don't get in our way and everything will be just peachy. Suppose we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, by the way, I was thinking of trying out this volleyball thing. You guys up for a game later? Oh my lord. As long as I don't get too invested, I think I can keep from accidentally breaking any arms. If I wasn't already gonna refuse, I sure as hell am now. Good grief. Better keep an eye on these two. Not wrong. Midsummer vacations have their charms. Midsummer? I'd never just heard of it referred to as that. It's not really midsummer if it's in March. I guess it is halfway between winter. You could just say spring. But this level of sun is just right for me. Oh, no, okay. Midsummer, she's saying the middle of summer. Not like, as in, she wasn't saying now is midsummer, okay. Baking in its rays, I watched the little ones play on the beach. Simply delightful. You wouldn't believe how tough it was to buy this swimsuit without Kurogane and them knowing. Still, when else will I get the chance to do stuff like diving and long distance swimming? I beg your pardon? Gotta cram as much of it as I can before the underlings start nagging at me to get down to business. Alright, so we're gonna end things off here. So next time we're gonna continue. Let's see how many dots we still have on the map. It looks like there's probably still some people in the hotel we can talk to. And then it looks like they want us to explore up in these two areas as well. So we'll go ahead and do that next time. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.